I will record this session so that everyone can have the recording. I will share the recording later. I hope that everyone is doing well. We are in lockdown, but we can always look at the silver lining. Even if we're in lockdown, thanks to technology, we can still connect to each other, we can still communicate to each other, and we can still reach out to each other. At least that is the craziness of what's going on, especially for extroverts like me, who's not used to being confined in the four walls of our home, but we're making teaching and learning borderless because of the technology that we have right now. So our session for today, let me just share my screen. I hope you're seeing my screen over there. So this is gonna be like a light, that's why we call it lightning session, very light session about how you can get started with your online learning class using NEO LMS. But we can also entertain some questions later. I'll be entertaining questions later if you need help or if there are questions that you need to ask regarding how to implement online learning in your school. In the same way that we did earlier this morning in the webinar. So I'll also be sharing that with you. So just to show you, this is just an outline of what I'll be showing. I'll be sharing with you today. So if you don't have an account yet, I'll also very quickly show you how you can sign up for NEO LMS. So we have NEO LMS as a free account for 400 students, so a free trial for 400 students, so you can use it in your school. We'll also talk about, I'll show you how to instantly create a class using NEO LMS, how to create simple lesson, create simple activity, and how you can communicate with your students, and the help desk that you can use. This is very important because lately, because of the sudden closure of schools, not just here in the Philippines, but worldwide. Please raise your hand if you're not from the Philippines. We're welcoming everyone here. So because of that, a lot of teachers and a lot of students are finding it hard to cope with what's happening. They're finding it hard to do online courses. Everyone, most, if not all teachers, especially those who are not used to doing online or remote learning, they're getting so overwhelmed with what's going on. And it's either they end up doing synchronous sessions every day. They want to do web conferencing. Some teachers are uploading everything that they can upload, trying to upload everything in one day and try to finish all the activities in one day. So it's getting a little bit crazy. But I think those are just birth pains because everything happened so abruptly. That's why this morning we had a webinar about disaster-proof education, and now we're supplementing it with how you can get started with your online learning using a learning management system, which is NEO LMS. All right, so later I will share these practical tips with you. Let me now go to this part. So let's start the session. I'll share with you, if you don't have a learning management system yet, you can sign up. Just go to this page, neolms.com. Just go to neolms.com and then just click free trial. So you can have a free plan of NEO, good for 400 students. And then you can easily connect with us if there's a need for you to have more than 400 students. Just write us an email. I'll share the email later. So this is where you can sign up. So when you click free plan over here, just type in, just select the type of organization that you have. So if it could be public school for children, private school for children, or accredited university. If you have training company, we also have that. Vocational training, just select that. Let's just say I work for a public school for children, and then click get your free plan. and then start filling out this form. This is just a very short form. In here, you're going to put the name of your organization or the name of your school. Okay, so school name. Just type in the school name here. Let's just say De La Salle. So this will be the name of your organization. And then URL, choose a URL that's easy to remember. So for De La Salle School, you can use DLSU or DLSP for De La Salle Philippines. So just the URL here, you don't need to type in the entire HTTPS .NEO LMS. It's automatically going to be created for you. And then your country, of course, if you're in the Philippines, type Philippines. So we have Philippines here, right? You notice you will be given an option because we also have neolms.com.au, the server based in Australia. Then your first name and your last name, of course, your email, and then your user ID. It doesn't have to be the same user ID that you're seeing now. It could be a different user ID. And then please remember that when you create the free plan, what you're creating is an admin account. So it will be, I think it will be better if you communicate with the teachers from your school, so you can just create an account for your school, and then the rest will be, you can just create a teacher account. So we can help you with that. We can help you with the setup. So this is how you can sign up, and then click I agree, and then select how you found us, and then click sign up, and then your NEO LMS will be set up. Okay. And then how to implement, okay, you can customize your site. You can create accounts for administrators and teachers. That we also have a documentation on how you can do that, and we can help you. We have videos on that. Then you can start creating your class. So for now, what we're going to do is, okay, I'm going to demonstrate to you how you can create your class once you have created or signed up for your NEO account. So we'll start by showing you how to create your class. Okay, so first thing that you need to do, of course, is to log in. And there you go. Okay. So once everything is set up, you get to see your login page, and then you log in. And then over here, you see this part that says classes. When you hover your mouse over classes in here, okay, you'll notice that there's a pop-up box here. See that? See that? Okay. Click on it so that it stays there, and then click add over here. So this is how you add a class. Classes, and then click add. And then select class. This one. And then what you will put in here is the name of the subject that you're teaching. So if you're teaching mathematics for grade 9, then put mathematics for grade 9. Wait, can I just change the name of the subject? Because I won't be able to give you an example if this is math. Let me just change that. Let's just say English for grade 10. I think this one's better because if this is math, I'm going to put myself into a lot of trouble, especially if we have math teachers here. Do you have math teachers in the room right now? All right. Okay, so this one is the name of your, oh, somebody's raising her hand. Miss Famila, I think is from University of Batangas. She's raising her hand. She's a math teacher, a really, really good math teacher. 3 participants raised their hand. Hello, help me out here. English teacher, do we have? If we have an English teacher, please raise your hand because I'm going to be needing your help also here. All right. So here, type in the name of your subject, English for grade 10. And then you can also include the section. If you have several sections, say probably section 1 over here. The style would be blended or self-paced. We have different styles here: instructor, blended, self-paced, and microclass. Let me just very quickly tell you what's the difference on this style. When we say instructor, this means that your class is being conducted largely in the classroom, still in the classroom, and you're using the LMS to support your class. But right now, we won't be able to do a classroom session because we are all in quarantine. So blended is a combination of face-to-face and online. And then self-paced, this is a fully online class wherein the students can work anytime and end anytime at their own pacing. And then you have micro class bite-sized courses that you can create. Short courses may be good, a video that's good for 5 to 10 minutes. You can also create that. The difference between instructor blended and with self-paced and micro class, instructor and blended both have start and end date. If it is self-paced, you don't have that. You only have the duration. Okay, the same with micro class. So you don't have a date. So what we want is if you want your assignments or assessments to have a date as to when the learners can start and finish their classes or their activities, you might want to choose blended or instructor. In this case, let's use blended and let's have the class starts from March 20 to April 30. Hoping that by April 30, we all go back to normal, but you can still use the platform for a blended learning mode. All right, so let's choose this. You start and end in April 30. Access code, make sure that this is checked. I will explain later how you're going to use the access code. And then make sure that you select a subject category. So just select a subject category here. So this probably belongs to language and arts. In case that the subject that you're teaching, you cannot find it in the subject category, you can choose others because we have others here. Okay, you can choose other. Okay. But most likely you'll find the category where your subject belongs. Okay. HIJKL, where is language? I think I'd stick with others. All right. Options, other options for settings. So you can fill this up also. And then time zone if you're in other countries. So we have the different time zone here. So if you're in the Philippines, we are in GMT +8. So Beijing time zone. Okay, so review it. Okay, so let's review the basic settings of your class. And then once you're ready, click save. Okay, and then that's it. You already have your first class that you can start working at and start adding simple lessons. So you probably notice here, I'll walk you through what you're seeing right now in your page. This is the page for your class. So you'll notice that the first page that you get to see when you use NEO LMS is a tip on how to get started with adding your lessons. So you can see here to add lessons, click add, and that's that button. And then invite students to enroll themselves using an access code. Where is the access code? The access code can be found here in the right part of your screen. Access code over here. So this is an 8-character code that you give to your students so that they can enroll in your class, which later I'll show you how, or we will have you experience enrolling in a class later. Okay. So this is the access code. And then, so for social experience, if you want to post regular updates, we have the news area. Where do you find the news area? In the left navigation part of the screen over here in this part, this is the news area. So this is where you can post announcements that will be received by your students who are enrolled in this course. Okay, so let me go back to the lesson part here. So now let's try adding our first lesson. This is very important right now. As I mentioned earlier, some teachers they panic a little bit because of the sudden closure of school. They want to get everything in the platform, whatever platform that they're using, and they end up, you know, overwhelming themselves and the students with a lot of lessons. All right. So this is very important. Please just upload one lesson at a time and day, so that we don't get, please consider also that our students would probably have 5, 6, 7, 8, or more than 8 subjects that they need to look at now. So let's just create something that is also simple, that will also not overwhelm us teachers. So here, this is where you can put that. Just click add over here and then click new. So you're adding a new lesson. And then here in the title, so what's going to happen next now is you'll be asked to put in 2 titles. This one is the main lesson. So if you are teaching, if your structure for creating a lesson plan is like lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, or chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, this is where you put that. So let's just say that this is lesson 1, grammar. Here. Okay, and then you can also add a description. This is optional. Okay, you can put a description. Pwede po tayo maglagay ng description. You can put in here, in this lesson, we will discuss grammar. Okay, so the date, the way that it works is that you can add a date as to when the lesson will be opened by the students. But at this point in time, my suggestion is to just leave this open so that the learners can access the lesson anytime, anywhere. Okay, so after that, just click save. That easy. And then the next page that you get to see is where you can start putting in your content. So you have options here. Okay, you can either create a page where the content will be uploaded, or create activities. Maybe a quiz for a pre-test, maybe an essay, or maybe a discussion forum. But for now, my suggestion would be for you to create a page for content. That's the first thing that we're going to do. So just click page over here. And now you're being asked again to put a title. This is now, remember we created lesson 1, grammar. Now this is the subtopic for grammar. So now I don't know what to put here. English teacher, can you help me? What do we put? What are the lessons that's under grammar? Can I put here types of sentences? Let's just do it that way. Easier maybe. Or maybe some teachers that we have in the forum can suggest what topic is under grammar. Okay, so let's just put here types of sentences. And then the next thing is, this is now where you can upload your content or type in your content. Just remember to upload just short content or simple content for your students. So you can upload a file, PDF, PowerPoint, Word file, upload an image, or insert link, maybe a video link, or a link to an article, or a link to a web page that your learners can view. So let's try uploading a file. So just click upload file. Okay, so once you see this, just click drop file here or browse, and then choose for a file that you want to upload. Let's just say we want to upload this one. So this is a PDF file. Okay, let's just hope that the internet goes faster. Wow, I don't want to jinx it, but it's kind of fast right now. It's good, and then you click save. So once that you see this link, this means that the file is already uploaded. If you want to add another, upload another material here, you can upload an image. Let's try to upload an image. Okay, let's use this one. Please remember that you can also upload image using file, but what you will see when you upload an image using upload file, it's just gonna create a link to the file here, and that the students will have to click on that file for them to be able to see the image. But you can, my suggestion for you is to just use upload image, okay, so that the image can be seen right away by the learners when they open it. So let me click upload image over here. Okay. And then let me look for an image and I will upload it. Okay, so once the progress bar is completed, you will see that in this page, you can already edit the dimension of your image. So this is 2000 is quite big, so I'll reduce it to probably maybe 800. My tip for you, tips and tricks, just change the dimension on the first dimension and then click anywhere and you'll see that the second one follows. So this is now proportion. So, and then after that you click save and you get to see your image here. All right, so it's there. So you have the file and then you have the image. If you want this window to be bigger, okay, you can just look over here to your right, this one. If you want, you can stretch that a little bit so you can see this one bigger. The image, you can also change the dimension of the image in the editor page. So select the image and then just drag and drop the image like that. So it goes smaller, it goes bigger. Okay, so you have the link to the file, you have the image. Now let's try to add some text. Basic or types of sentences. Okay, so you can type as many as you like, or let's just say you already have your lesson prepared and it's in, let's just say it's in Microsoft Word and you just wanna copy and paste your lesson from Word. You can also do that. Just open the lesson that is saved in, let's just say you don't want to upload the Word file, but what you want to do is you want to just copy and paste, because some of you might be asking, can I just copy and paste my lesson that's in Microsoft Word to NEO LMS? Yes, you can do that. So what you can do is just open that file, okay, and copy. Let me show you what I'm doing in my other screen over here. Okay, open that Word file, Control A, copy the text, okay, and then go back to NEO. And then in here, do not do right click. We don't have right click, but what you can do, another tips and tricks for you, press Control V as in victory, like that, and you'll have your text here. Now, if you want, let's just say to do a little bit of some layouting, just select your image and drag and drop it in the place where you want to put it. Or you can, again, press Control to copy everything. Then here, just move it like that. And then your image will be layout in the way that you want it layouted. So just like that, you can also do something like that. And then after that, okay, if you want to add, say, a video in the same lesson, okay, just click insert link over here and then open a video, maybe a YouTube video if you want to open a YouTube video. Okay, just open that. And then, let's see. Let's choose this one. So just open a link in YouTube. E-learning.
Hey, David Sharney here. We have another commonly asked question. What is micro e-learning? We're not talking about tiny size.
So we can, here, over here, let's open it. Just copy the link from that YouTube video over there. Just copy it.
What is e-learning?
Right? And then from here, okay, paste the URL, change the text for display like that, and then save it. So when you have everything in this page, just click save. And then, okay, ta-da! There you go. You have your first lesson already, a combination of link, your text, and your photo. And then that's it. Do not force yourself to do more in just one day. Very simple steps that you can start with for a first lesson. And now that you have your first lesson, okay, I will teach you now how you can create a simple activity. Okay, so while you're still in this page, over here, you can see you can click add over here. Okay, and then you have now the options over here. Click any of this activity that you want to create or that you want to give to your learners. Now, this is very important because now that we're in this situation, we need to keep our classes as engaging as possible, and we need to allow our students to be engaged also, so that we don't, it's not only the teachers who's doing the discussion. So my suggestion to you, aside from quiz that you can do, which I will show you later how you can do it, I suggest that you use discussion as an activity. Okay, so click discussion over here and then add a title for that. Let's call it discussion forum. Add a title for that. Category could be participation. You can also have a start date and end date for this activity if you want. Okay, so you can have it start on March 20th and end on, let's just say, March 31st. This is also very important. You need to give your learners an ample time to finish their lessons and activities. Don't give a deadline of one day or a few hours. So, you know, give them enough time to absorb everything, enough time to share, enough time to create the assignments. We are in lockdown for several weeks. They have nowhere else to go, nothing else to do. So you can have you can have it for a long time, an assignment, and that will also lessen the worries of the learners that they have to comply with the schedule. Okay, so after that, in here, then you can put in your instruction. This is the usual activity that I do in my class, especially in first day. I ask them to describe themselves in a creative manner, but maybe let's be a little more current. What can you say about the current COVID-19 challenge that we are facing? Okay, you would want to make this a little bit bigger. You can add photo also if you want to add an image to this activity so that they can see. You can even record a video of yourself. Let's make this a little bit more entertaining. If you want, you can record a video of yourself. The platform allows you to record at this 5-minute video. You can record a video instruction. Let me see if I can record that while I'm still using my camera to in the webinar. So over here, just click record. So it will allow you now to record at this 5 minutes video. So right now I'm using my camera, so it's not allowing me to record. So you can record a 5-minute video. Maybe in the video you can say, your learner would be happy to see your face in the video. That you're giving them instruction. What can you say about the current COVID-19 challenge that we're facing, or what's the best thing to do while we're in quarantine? Something like that. So and then after that, okay, you save it, and then your learners can now start posting in the discussion. This is going to be just like posting in social media. So that's how it's going to happen. And this is gonna keep the lesson more engaging for everyone. So we break the monotony of them just reading something or watching something. At least here, they will be engaged with each other. They can post ideas, share their ideas, and share their opinions. So there you have it. You have your lesson, something to read, and an activity. So this is one thing. You already have your first lesson, and then you just continue doing that. It's as simple as that. We don't really need to use the entire feature of the LMS right now, especially to those who are just starting to explore the use of a learning management system or any digital platform. A simple activity as that will work. So you see over here also, you can see from the table of contents, you have your lesson here, you have your types, you have your what they will read, and you have your activity. Now, you might be wondering, what if I want to add another lesson? Let's just say lesson 2. How do I do that? So what you can do is over here in the left navigation area, click lessons, and then you will see this page over here. Okay, and then you see that button that says add over there. Click on it, click new, and add your second lesson, lesson 2. Okay, and then description, save, and then you can add the next content for that lesson number 2. You can add another type of assignments or assessment in lesson number 2. Okay, is everything clear to everyone? Okay, so there is a question, how does it look when a student is viewing the discussion forum? All right, I will show you that in a while. But for lesson number 2, let's just try. I'll just show you how you can create a simple quiz. Okay, so in here, just click quiz. And then let's just say, let's call this knowledge check or practice. A little creative. Let's practice with a smiley. Okay, so in here you can give students a few attempts in the quiz. Okay, it could be 1, 2, 3, or unlimited attempts. It's good to give them several attempts also so that they can redeem themselves. So let's just say they got a low score on their first take. They can try and attempt again on a second take or third take. So it really depends on the teacher how many attempts you can give your learner. Okay, and then category would be quiz. Grading is normal. And then start date. Okay, let's just say you start today, March 20. And then, of course, it depends on the teacher. But again, my suggestion for the due date for the quiz, let's give them a few days to do that. Okay, I'll give them until March 31. But it depends on you how you want it. And you will also see that this quiz is under lesson 2 over here. So you can also choose, okay, which lesson that quiz is associated with. Let's just say it's lesson 2. And then another important thing that you should remember as a teacher when you're creating a quiz, in the options area over here, click on that. So you can have the quiz timed if you want the quiz to be timed. So if the quiz is good for 1 hour, you can put in here 60. If it's for 2 hours, 120, because this is in minutes, okay? So let's just say the quiz is good for like 30 minutes. So just put in 30 over there. Instant feedback only means that when they answered a question incorrectly, there's an instant feedback that says incorrect or correct answer, right? Grading, if you're giving several attempts, so you can, you have an option whether the latest score will be recorded or the best score. So if you're giving your learners like several attempts to a quiz, you want the best score to be recorded or the latest score. If you're gonna ask me what I'm using as a teacher, I'm always using the best score because I want my students to redeem themselves. All right. You're probably wondering what this one is, personal and school. Okay, so this just means, like in social media, personal and public. Personal, when you click, that's just you and your students. Public means you're making the quiz available also to be used by other teachers, just the teachers who has an account in the platform. They are the ones who can see it. Those who doesn't have an account in the platform, they will see it. It's not public as in public, like everyone who doesn't have an account can see it. So just click school so that you can also share the quiz. If you are following me in Facebook, I always give a tip, and one of the tips I give in online learning is sharing is caring. Share the resources that you have so that other teachers will also be able to use it. The same with other teachers, they share the resources that they have with you, and then you can also use it. So I would make this quiz available to other teachers also so that they can use. Randomize. The quiz questions will be in randomized order, including the choices. It's up to you if you want to allow your students to review their answer before submitting it or before clicking finish. And it's also up to you if you want to allow users to jump between questions. Now, over here in show in student result, you have an option whether after after take of quiz, okay, you have an option. Do you want the platform to show to the students the questions, the answer that they gave, and the correct answer? So it's optional. So if you're giving multiple takes and you want to challenge your students, challenge, not make their life harder, but just challenge them, you would want to remove this, and this, so that they only see the scores. So that when they before they retake the quiz, it allows them to process the question first and then read their lessons before taking the quiz again. Okay, and then you save it. Somebody is writing in here. Meron pong nagdo-doodle. Curious about Zoom. All right. So now that you've created, now that you have the settings for your quiz, you go to questions over here, and then you're seeing the let's practice quiz. Then the next thing is to add questions. Okay. So let's add questions. You can have mixed type of questions when you're creating a quiz. Somebody's doodling. Huwag po muna tayo magsulat sa screen. Yan. Curious po tayo sa Zoom. All right. So here, I'll click true or false and add the question, true or false question. So let's just say Philippines is in, or let's just say COVID-19 is dangerous. So this is the question. And then you have to choose the correct answer here so that the system will have a way of verifying it. So this is true. Okay, so your question and then the correct answer. So the system will match it to the answer of the student. And then if you want to add another true or false question, just click save and add another of the same type. That's over here. But if you want to add a different question, click save and add another. Okay. So you can add either multiple choice, one answer, or multiple choice, many answer. So the principle of creating it is the same. Okay. So once you're finished, let me just, I'll just create one question in the interest of time. So once finished, okay, you can see from here that the quiz already has the questions. Okay, one question over here. Then you need to go back to this part and publish your quiz. Publish means that once you have created all of the questions, it's important for you to publish it. And where do you publish it? Look to your right part of the screen. You see this, schedule and then give. You need to give the quiz so that it is published. What happens when you don't give the quiz? So if you don't click give and it says here not given, even if the quiz or your activity is dated today, the students will not see that because it's not published. So you have to publish it. Okay, so once you click give over here, you will see a green check over there and the quiz is published. The learners can already see it. Now, let me go back and check the discussion forum if I have given it. So I'll go to the right part of the screen. Over here, click assignment so I can see all of the assignments that I have created. Now, you will notice the Let's Practice quiz has a green check, meaning it's already given. The discussion forum, red mark. That means it's not given yet. So you need to publish it. So you can, two ways by which you can publish it. You either go back to the discussion forum and do the same thing as I did with the quiz and click give, or right from this page, you can select the activity, select over here, and then click give. And then it is published. Now, there's a question earlier, how does the discussion forum looks like in a student view? Okay, I will answer that, and at the same time show you how you can add a student to your subject. Okay, so once you're inside the subject, and assuming that the students already has an account in the learning management system, this is how you do it. Inside your subject, click students over here. Okay, and then click add, or give them the access code so that they can enroll themselves in the course. But if you want to add them manually in your class, just click add over here. You can add the students in different ways. Class tab, people picker, or email invitation. Most the best way that I would suggest for you as teachers to use is to give them the access code. Okay, give them the access code, or people picker and email invitation. This is the easiest for you as teachers. So if you choose to add them manually by yourself, just click people picker over here. Okay, the system will show you the list of students. Select the students like that. Okay, and then after that, this is important. You see this little arrow over here. Once you've selected the students, click this arrow, and then multiple select the students again, and then click add. And there, the students are already added in your subject. But if you want the students to self-enroll, give them the access code. Now let's try and see how the discussion forum, because there's a question here on how the discussion forum will look like in a student view. Okay, so there are several ways by which you can view this as a learner. When you're a teacher, inside your class, you can hover your mouse over admin and click view as a student. So you can see how the students are seeing the lessons. Okay, this is now the view of the students and seeing the assignments. But in this case, please allow me as an admin to show you how it really looks like for an actual student. So I will log in as a student over here. Okay, I will log in as this user so that we can all see how the platform looks like on a student perspective. Okay, so this is now how the platform looks like on a student view. So right away, you can see there's a click wrap agreement here. This can be created by the LMS administrator. So you just need to click accept over here. This is the learner view now. Once the learner is enrolled in several courses, in the learner dashboard, the learner gets to see all of the classes that he or she is enrolled into. The learner also has his or her own navigation bar over here. Okay, so let's just see and find that course English for grade 10. Okay, you also probably notice there's a progress button here. So it shows the learner if he or she has already started in the course and how much progress does he or she is making. So let's click on this one and let's see what we've done. I'll click start so I can see the lessons now inside English for grade 10. I'll start with the first lesson, grammar, over here. And then I can see now what my teacher has created. So this is the file that we have uploaded. This is the text. Okay, and this is the discussion forum. So this is how the discussion forum looks like. So when the student wants to post in the discussion forum, just click see discussion and start posting. Okay, see discussion and then click post, you can also ask them to subscribe to the discussion forum so that if anyone wants to, if they want to get like a notification that somebody has posted in the discussion forum, they get notified. So click post, and then they can start posting. They can also upload image, record a video of the post. This is going to be very engaging. You please encourage your students to be very creative when they're using discussion forums. So they can post videos, they can post articles, not only like type a simple text, but they can do the same thing as I've showed you earlier on how you to upload an image, a file, or record a video, and then they can send it. Okay, there. Now, this is going to be available also for the other students, the other learners can see this, and any learner who sees this post can reply to that post. So this is going to make the discussion now more engaging between students to students and teacher to student. So this is one way. It's like just like posting in Facebook. Quite very, very easy. Okay, now let's just try and see how that looks like now in the teacher view. I'll go back to the course and see what Blaine has posted over here. So I will look at the assignment, discussion forum. I will click to grade so that, or maybe let's just look at the entire discussion forum first. Just click see discussion. And this is what Damien has posted. And then as a teacher, I can also reply. But if you want to grade this, you can click to grade, click show, and then start grading the assignment. Okay, so let's just say I'm going to give him 100 over here. What's good about this platform also, what's good about NEO is you can also give instant feedback or comment to students over here in the comments area. You can say, great job. Or record an audio saying, praising the work of the student, and then, or record a video. Okay, so it's very important for the learners now, especially that they're just inside the room, that we commend and we praise the works that they have done or the assignments that they have submitted. You don't have to do it for every student if you have like a lot, but you can do it in a news feed, you know, praising everyone for a job well done. That will help boost their morale, lift their spirits, and motivate them more in creating really nice assignments, especially now that we're just inside the house. So that will help a lot. All right. So that's and this is a lightning session, so that's the topic that I have for you today. If you want to learn more about the other features of NEO, you can always send us an email and we could probably have another session. Anyway, we have lots of time now to do that. But let me just recap what we did. So we created the course. And how did we do that? Over here, main navigation bar, you hover your mouse over classes and then you click add. Okay. And then choose class and then the name of the class. And then after we created the class, we created the lessons. Okay. By simply clicking on lessons and then we click add. We click new. Okay. And then, so lesson 3. And then after that, we create the content for that lesson by clicking page and then the subtopic over here. Then we created also a simple quiz and a simple discussion forum. All right. Now I am opening the floor for discussion for question. But before I do that, we just want to let you know that because you attended this session, we will also be giving you certificates of attendance, and we will also be enrolling you. We will allow you to create a, okay. All right, so hold on. I'm reading the I'm reading all of the questions over here. Okay, so we will also allow you to create your accounts in this NEO instance over here. Okay, let me just show you how you can create an account. You can create an account here Okay, you can sign up for an account, and then I will show you a course where you can enroll. You can enroll in the basic course. We have prepared an online tutorial for you on how to get started with NEO, and we will also be awarding the certificate of participation here in this URL. So how do you sign up? Let me just show you. So you can go to this URL. The URL is here, disasterproofed.neolms.com. Please write that down, disasterproofed.neolms.com. Okay. And then over here, you see this one, click sign up. Okay, so once you click sign up, you will see it's going to ask you for an access code. Okay, so an access code is important for you to be able to sign up, create your account in this URL so that we can award you the certificate, and we can also enroll you in a tutorial course. So the access code, I'm going to type it in here. I am ready. This is the access code. Please copy it or take a picture of it. Okay, so the access code is I am ready. Okay, I'm giving a few seconds for everyone to write it down or type it in your phone. And then after that, click continue. Okay, so once you click continue, create your account. Okay, Gen Ads. Create your user ID and your password. Okay, confirm your password. If you want to view your password, you can, this one. My suggestion, this is optional, but my suggestion would be, if you want, please include your email so that it's easier for us to communicate when you want to communicate with me, or if you have any announcement, if the certificate is ready in the platform, you will be also notified through your email. So my email is CYPHERlearning.com. Confirm the email. CYPHERlearning.com. All right. Click I agree and then submit. Ta-da! And then your account is already created. Okay. So once the account is created, you can now start creating your classes the same way that I showed you earlier. And then here's another bonus for you. I'm going to give you an access code for enrollment into a course. Okay. I'm going to give you an access code for enrollment into a course, and then I will show you how you can enroll into a course. Let me just go back to this, get that access code. Oh, sorry. This one. Okay. I'll give you an access code to the free tutorial online course on how to get started with NEO LMS over here. Okay. So the access code is, someone is writing in my screen again. All right, so this is the access code. Okay, let me just make this bigger. It's SIWU dash TFYL. SIWU-TFYL. Okay. Now, how are you going to enroll in this class? So this class is an online class on how you can get started with NEO LMS, how you can create your class content, how you can create assignments, grading, and organizing your class. So this is a free course for you, okay? So how do you enroll in this course? Just type in, this is the process of enrollment, and this is also the same way that your learners will be enrolling in a course, okay? In the main navigation bar, hover your mouse over classes, and then click enroll, and then type in SIWU-TFYL, and then click enroll. And then you will be enrolled as a student in this course. You can start learning the basic features of NEO LMS in this URL. Okay, so those are just a few of the basic features that you can use to get started. Now, let's, I think we still have a few minutes for Q&A. Let me check. I will, so there is a question here. How do we enroll our student or sign up the student in the LMS? So in the same way that you're going to sign up in the LMS right now, it's the same way that the student can sign up. You can allow them to create their own account by signing up to the LMS. Okay, now if you need help in that, because when you start creating your when you start creating your NEO LMS free trial, you're automatically an admin to that. Just contact us. I will type in the chat box who you can connect with if you want to learn more or ask more about NEO LMS. With us right now, one of our teammates in CYPHER Learning. So you can connect with Mr. Shashank Kapoor or Miss Arlene Hawaiian. She's also present here. She's answering your question right now in the background. And Arlene at CYPHER Learning at CYPHERlearning.com. Okay, there. So I've given you, so you can contact either the two of them. There's a question, Mom, can I send personal message if I get, oh yeah, you can send us a personal message if you get lost. Few more questions we have. Is the discussion forum the same with video conferencing? How many students can participate in the discussion forum? All right, so the discussion forum is not the same as video conferencing. Discussion forum is more like the same as what we do in Facebook when we make comments to a post. How many can participate? So the number of students enrolled in your class is the number of students that can enroll in a discussion forum in that particular subject. Okay. Other questions? Natabunan yung ibang questions eh. Let me see. Do images in the Word doc also come over and format properly within the text? Yes, when you copy and paste it, it will also be there. Just to let you know, okay, so there is a suggestion here to show you how you can upload MS Word or PDF in the resource area so that you don't need to do copy paste. So I will show you that. Okay. So if you want to upload PowerPoint so that they can see a PDF as a PDF already in a resource area, you can do it this way. So you go to your course, you go to the lesson over here, okay? You go to a specific topic, and then you see the resources area over here, okay? Just click resources, and then click add file. So when you do this, okay, you can upload any file, Word file or PDF file. Okay, let's see. Let's try a Word file. Okay. Let's wait for it to upload. That's quite fast. And then just type in the name, maybe reading material over here. Okay. Description, if you want a description, like what I mentioned, you can make this public so that everyone gets to have an access to it. Save it like that. And then when you are in this page already, you can see the Microsoft Word file has already been uploaded. Click Show Content. Show Content. All right. So the system now will prepare the flow paper version of this resources. And when the student looks at it, that Word file will load as a Word file inside the platform, the way that you're seeing it now. Okay, so instead of, this is another alternative if you don't want to do the copy and paste inside the editor earlier. So just go to your lesson. Let me show you that again. Go to lessons over here. Okay, select the lesson where you want to put that Word file. Select the topic or the section over here. And then select resources. And then click add. And then click file to add a file. Okay, let me just go back there. I hope that my internet is not giving up on me. So click add and then choose file and then upload the file. Once the file is uploaded, you will see that it's uploaded, and that box that says show page in frame, just click on that and then it will be loaded as a PDF file over here. Okay. Any other questions probably? Let me see. Is it okay to delete a class or subject after a semester to give way to the new subject? So there's not necessarily. You can archive classes. Our suggestion would be just to archive classes so that when you need to reuse that class again, it's just there. How do you do that? So just inside your class, go to admin and then archive the class. Or go to your profile over here. Go to your profile. Go to the class and then choose lists. Okay, classes, and then choose lists, and then select the classes that you want to archive. We're strongly suggesting not to delete any class, just archive it so that when the time comes that you want to use the same class, you can use the same class, just update it. Or copy it, you can copy a class. Okay, all right, so that's it. Let me just stop sharing over here. We have, just to let you know, we have all of the questions that you have posted in the chat box. We're going to try and connect with you again to give you answers to those questions. My email, I'm going to give you my email. I'm going to type it. So in case that you want to connect with me, this is my email. At CYPHERlearning.com. That's my email. You can also send me an email if you have a question. I have a Facebook page if you can find me on Facebook. Just look for Jen Pads in Facebook. In Twitter, you can look me up in Twitter, Jen_Padernat in Twitter. And I also, please follow Disaster Proof Education in Twitter also at Disaster Proof Education. That's in Twitter. The spelling of Disaster Proof is DSASTER. There's no letter I because that name has already been taken, but you can follow me in Twitter over here. Yay! Thank you so much, everyone. I will try to unmute all of you. So if you want to say
stories, you need to videos around us to watch more if you want to tell. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Jen.
Thank you, ma'am.
hello, Jane.
Bye.
Jane. Bye.
Thanks for nalalagaw ito.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Salamat. good story. Really appreciate it.
Yan, nagdagan mo muna, Dad.